Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new on this channel, then please subscribe and press the bell notification icon for more gameplays, reviews and updates. Deliver Us the Moon. Deliver Us the Moon is a game developed by KeokeN Interactive and is the third-person combatless, puzzle-based indie experience. The game was released on PC, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch and Xbox One, as well as Mac and Linux. Deliver Us the Moon is set in the very near future, and things are not looking particularly rosy for the Earth. Natural resources have been depleted, and environmental damage is so severe that large land masses are slowly being turned into desert. Humanity is a pretty versatile species, and with a strong hunger to survive, we can sometimes put aside our differences and work together, which is how the World Space Agency was formed. A colony was set up on the moon to harvest an isotope called helium-3, and powerful technology was invented to beam energy down to Earth. Of course, it wouldn't be much of a game if the energy crisis was solved and everything was completely fine and workable. In 2054, the lights suddenly went out, the energy transmission stopped, and all communication from the colony and space station ceased. It has taken 5 years, but a group of scientists have put together a mission to send one astronaut into space to find out what's happened and try to get things back up and running. The core of the game, perhaps about 3 to 5 hours long, is spent exploring a few different areas of the quite extensive moon base constructed in the 2040s. As you go, you discover all the parts in your way aren't working, and set about trying to fix them, whether by realigning satellites on the lunar surface, or finding access codes locked in crew quarters, or sending your floaty robot companion down space vents to activate distant switches. It's a pretty intriguing setup, and you can really feel the weight of humanity's survival resting on your shoulders. The game plays out as a mix of walking simulator, puzzle game, and has a couple of platforming sections thrown in too. While it only lasts around 4 to 5 hours, it's quite the roller coaster of an adventure. There's something about science fiction that's perfect for puzzles. Fantastical technologies and otherworldly locations combine to create not only wonder and excitement but also mystery. Put all that together, and you have a world where each obstacle is met with a desire to overcome it. Deliver Us the Moon understands all of this, and while perhaps not offering us the prize its title suggests, it does a lot more than simply sparkle. It does such a good job of delivering heart-racing moments, desperate attempts to reach oxygen supplies before time runs out, so compelling that I found myself leaning ever closer to the monitor in the unconscious hope that it would somehow get me there faster. It also manages the slow moments well too, making calm exploration the larger focus, with plenty of hidden details that flesh out the story. And it has a splendid score, a lot of detail, and some excellent surprises. Your perspective switches between first and third person, depending on the situation you're in. This can really help to increase the tension of a situation in a very subtle way. There are times when you'll get to explore at your own leisurely pace, but there are also a number of points in the game where events will push you to move on quickly. These are some of the most dramatic and exciting moments of the game, and there's nothing quite like leaping across the depths of space to try to grab an oxygen pack before your air runs out. Most of the puzzles you come across are not particularly hard to figure out, but that works well to keep you in the mindset of an astronaut with a vitally important mission. As you progress further, the things you come across will start to get trickier. Every piece enhances the experience to a huge degree. The world-building aspect is carefully paced. You think you get the need-to-know info at the beginning, but it just keeps getting better. You want to explore every nook and cranny of each area to find more of the story. There are also a couple of sections where you'll need to keep out of the way of hostile robots. You don't have any kind of weapons in your hand, so you'll really feel quite vulnerable at times. If you do end up dying, it always feels like your fault for not being more careful, rather than the game being unfair, but fear not, there are checkpoints to re-attempt the scene. You won't be going through all of this completely on your own, and will have a silent robot companion to keep you company. It comes in quite handy during some parts of your journey, as you can take direct control of it, and send it off to places that you can't reach. Even though you can't have a conversation with your little flying buddy, it's amazing how connected you end up feeling to it. You'll be exploring a number of different locations, and they all have unique types of environmental challenges. Whether you're traveling across a space station in a weightless environment, or driving a moon buggy across the surface of the moon, it all feels different, and it's exciting to see what experiences the game has for you in each area. As you work your way across the various facilities, there are many collectibles to find. These help to fill in the backstory of what happened in the days leading up to the blackout and what followed afterwards. Many of the collectibles take the form of holograms and voice logs, and even though you'll only get brief glances into the lives of the people who worked there, you'll find yourself really invested in finding out what happened to them. The game has a couple of minor niggles, which can unfortunately break you out of your immersion. Things like the game freezing for a second or two when entering a new area, or slow loading times when you die and wait to reload at a checkpoint. None of these things will completely spoil your fun. It's just a shame to run into issues like this on an otherwise very polished game. However, the puzzles are the true strength of Deliver Us the Moon, especially the way the game incorporates them. As well as walking around carrying batteries to power various systems, you'll also float through space looking for oxygen tanks. There are also some issues with textures. Sometimes the details are really fantastic, other times you'll pick up an object that's a blurry mess. Then there are the visuals. For an indie studio, the graphics combined with their direction are beautifully crafted. It is visually stunning and beautiful, and this is by far one of the best games I have ever played. The ray tracing and physics and everything was accurate and thoroughly jaw-dropping. Deliver Us the Moon is a short but exciting adventure set in the beautiful depths of space. With the fate of humanity in your hands, you'll feel determined to see things through to the end. There's a good variety of puzzles you'll need to solve, and while none of them are particularly difficult, the real pleasure is in seeing what new wonders the game has in store for you in each area. So that concludes my thoughts on this game, and definitely it's worth playing, at least once in your lifetime if not every year. Thank you for watching, and if you're new on this channel, then please make sure to subscribe and press the bell notification icon to get notification as soon as I drop a video. Keep visiting my channel for more gameplays, reviews and updates.